finally did it. We finally made the podcast.
Yes. Who actually gave us the mic though? And to whoever who has been complaining that we haven't done anything, we're finally here. We've got the equipment.
We got here.
So.
And we're here for the vibes. We're here for the good time. We're going to be spilling the tea. We
Yeah.
all know you've been waiting for the tea.
Exactly.
Period.
This girl has her life's a movie.
As you can see, I'm wearing the perfect t-shirt for this. Cute but cries a lot, obviously, because I'm cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you cry a lot. So now we're going to make money off of it.
Monetization is key, guys. In this economy.
Oh my god. Okay. So, you probably want to know what our podcast is actually about.
Let's give the origin story. The people want to know.
Yes.
So, one day, I was walking the street with Hannah, as we do in London, because you gotta walk literally everywhere. And I was like, girl, we yap way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. And we got really good stories. Because every time I meet this one, I'm like, girl, I gotta tell you something.
Yeah, our friendship is just based on the stories that we have. And we have, like, survived London together.
Honestly, bonding are...
Yeah, you can tell we're uni students.
Yes.
This is our budget right now.
Not much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, yes, later.
But yeah, so basically I was talking to Hannah and I was like, we should totally start a podcast. You know, we have so much to say. And honestly, our experiences could really help a lot of people. And we yap a lot, might as well just do something fun.
Exactly.
Even if not for the popularity, definitely for us to keep the memories as
Yeah.
uni students.
Exactly. And I think we talked about this. We were just like, oh, you're not a uni student if you haven't started any startup or any
That's
kind
true.
of
That's true.
idea. And we love social media. So
honestly,
we
thought this would be the best for us.
100%.
So yeah. So that's kind of how this started. And we were thinking, why don't we share not just about uni life, but our stories of how we met, why we're in London, why we're here, why we're making this podcast, and kind of give you guys a little, I want to say, a take into our life, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Because this will be helpful for freshers, anyone who's like coming to London, wants to get to know like the hot spots around here and how to like navigate your way as a student. We are there for you. So we should just introduce ourselves actually. So I am Hannah. I was born in Malaysia, but I grew up in Qatar, and then I came to London to study pharmacology. And I can't lie, it's been 4 years, and I still don't really know what this subject is about. So
honestly, this one's in the underground lab most of her life. I barely see her.
yeah,
I think she needs to take some vitamin D tablets.
No,
Not gonna lie.
I'm prescribed on vitamin D, and then it's like every time I run out, I think I check out. Like, but yeah, for real. One advice I would give to anyone starting uni: just look into your course as much as you can.
That's very true. So, hi guys. My name is Omia, and I'm from Canada, and I am currently studying international public policy. And how I got here is basically I did my undergrad in law, and I was like, yeah, I like yelling about people, but I also need to figure out how yelling at people can be legal. So that's why I'm here. That's why.
Look, exactly. Our crash outs should be useful, you know,
That's
and
true.
directed to the correct person.
Exactly.
That's the best way.
Exactly. Also, we know when she creates drugs, I'm gonna have to legalize them. So let's be for real. She needs me.
Yeah, I'm the new Heisenberg, so we have to get that sorted at some point.
Exactly.
Hopefully, the podcast will help us financially to get started.
Yeah. So in terms of us coming up with a podcast, we were just pitching this idea, and we were walking down the street, and we were trying to come up with a name for it. Obviously, you can't just create a podcast and not name it. So I was talking to her, and I was like, what can we name our podcast that relates to all the incidents that have happened to us, but also is very catchy?
Yeah.
So
then we were like, because our life is actually batshit crazy, and it's the topic of our podcast, so we might as well claim it.
That's very true.
Given the bat.
Also, low key, most of the time, especially in undergrad, me and Hannah would literally just wear black. Low key, we were giving goth
yeah.
for most of undergrad. Cannot even lie.
That might have stemmed from COVID time and like 2020 TikTok, but I miss being like an emo chick.
Honestly, you aren't a brown girl if you
Yeah.
haven't had your emo chick face. Can't
Yeah.
lie.
And I'm literally not the girl that every time I get with the guy, I'm gonna like start sharing and make like a Spotify playlist with it because it's so niche and embarrassing. Like no one's gotta hear any.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, all the emo shit I keep to myself.
But I do be having a playlist running in my head 24/7, and she does hear me singing it out loud, and then she starts adding it to her own.
No, I actually love our friendship, and I'm so glad we're doing this.
Honestly,
And
I wouldn't have had any other friend on this earth I'd want to do this podcast with.
100%.
Literally. Oh my gosh. So, y'all are probably wondering, how did you guys meet?
Yes.
Like, come on, you guys are doing a podcast together. There must be some tea behind that.
100%. And that you can go ahead and explain.
Okay. So, actually, yeah, okay. So it all started one day. So we lived in the same student accommodation together, and basically give the sorry.
It's okay.
We need him. You also have some fluff in your hair.
Thank you. Just be like, oh,
We should totally insert this into the video.
first year, yeah.
Girls support girls.
Can be like first year.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So you guys are probably wondering how we met and like the tea behind that, because obviously we're starting a podcast together, so there must be some reason. Well, the story of how I met Hannah actually is we were in the same student accommodation, and it was Halloween, and this was our first year of uni, and we decided, okay, let's all of us go out. So all the girlies, we got together, and that night, literally, I did eyeshadow for like 6 girls, and Hannah did eyeliner for 6 girls. Keep in mind, both of us at that time never wore any makeup.
Yeah.
So you could imagine, how shit we looked.
Yeah.
We were looking so bad, so ratchet.
Yeah.
Everyone got ready. They were dressed to the nines. And then there was me and Hannah.
And I settled for like you know what my costume was? I was Zendaya with like barely any. I think you did eyeshadow. Oh yeah, you did eyeshadow on me. And then I was like thinking I'll just wear a black dress, and then towards the end of our makeup session, I will probably pull off a Zendaya in her party. But no.
By the way, Hannah does amazing eyeliner, guys. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
You should watch her makeup TikTok. Best friend does her makeup.
Yeah, then you will know she's lying.
But for real, like honestly, that night was insane.
Yeah.
Like it was just crazy. But that's also the night me and Hannah actually talked to each other for the first time, because I'd see her around the building, but I never really talked to her. So basically, I guess it was the bus ride there, right? Was it the bus ride there?
It was on
the bus ride there. Keep in mind, we were like 6 or 7 girls. All of them sat together, and then me and Hannah were sitting behind them.
Yeah.
And there was no one beside either of us, but we chose not to sit beside each other. And there was like what is that thing called in the bus?
Like the lane.
The lane.
Sorry, the walking.
The lane?
The gap.
The pathway.
Yes.
So there was a pathway, and then there was me, there was Hannah.
And there was that.
Oh yeah, so basically I lost my track of thought.
I got an idea. Oh, that was it. Oh.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Okay, continue. So basically, I was sitting here and Hannah was sitting here, and there was a lane in between, and I was like, girl, like, who am I gonna talk to? Who am I gonna yap with on this bus ride? And the bus ride was like 20 minutes, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Then this girl looks over at me, and she's like, you seem familiar. And I was like, huh? She's like, you seem familiar. I've seen you somewhere before.
Yeah.
Care to explain?
Exactly. I don't know. Like I haven't seen Samia like around the lobby or in the building as much. And then I got a good look at her in the bus, and I was like, I feel like I've seen you somewhere. And then basically my situationship at the time, we were just like on our phones, and then I just like glanced at the phone, and I think I think I saw her picture with her and a man, and they were like having fun in the picture, I guess. And for some reason, that just like stuck to me.
I don't know what I was doing in that picture.
Yeah.
I don't even know what picture that was. But basically, her situationship and my situationship were friends, but we didn't know about this.
Yeah.
More on that later.
Exactly.
But she was like, I've seen you somewhere before. You look so familiar. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't even say hello, how are you? I just went with I've seen you before. And I know that's scary as shit, but
I was just like, okay, girl, like, whatever. And she's like, I've seen you in a picture in a group chat. I'm like, what group chat, man? What group chat? I have no idea. She's like, yeah, like this guy. And I'm like, I have no idea who that guy is. I actually didn't know him at that time. So I was like, okay, whatever. Then we go, we have a good night out, and we come back. Fast forward a couple months, and was it a couple months? Yeah, like a couple months. So. Yeah. I saw her around the building, but we didn't really like talk as much. Yeah. I went on a night out with my situationship, and guess who showed up on that night out? Her situationship. Now let me give you the dynamic of the circle, okay? The dynamic of the circle was my situationship. Let's name him Harsh. I was Harsh's plus one. Okay? And her situationship, let's name him Josh.
Like Josh, yeah.
Let's name him Josh for the story. So Josh, Harsh, me, and then I want to say 2 other guys and 2 other girls. Okay? Keep in mind, now let me give you a little bit of context. Me and Hannah were South Indian. One of the other girls in the story is also South Indian. That is very crucial for this. Keep that in mind. Okay? Keep that in mind. Okay. So we go on this night out. Okay? It's about what? How many people is that? I want to say 8 of us.
4, 6, 7.
7 of us.
People.
7 of us. Hannah's not there. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that every guy there had a girl. Okay, whether they were dating, situationship, whatever, they had a girl. And then there was her situationship, Josh. So we all go out and we go to Simmons, which is pretty iconic here. Like everyone goes drinking there, and we were drinking together. That was the first time I did a gin shot in my life.
No. I have an iconic gin shot story, which we will continue.
My iconic gin shot story was doing a gin shot with her situationship.
Yeah.
He called me over and he's like, have you ever done a gin shot? And I was like, no. And he's like, you should totally try it. It's on me.
Everyone needs to explain to me why are guys obsessed with gin shots? Like, what is it with the...
No idea.
Shit? It's okay in like a gin and tonic, but the shot, crazy.
Anyways, we were standing, all of us, we ended up going to Simmons and we were all just standing at the bar. And I end up doing this one gin shot with him. And he barely talks to anyone the whole night. He's drinking the corner. It's like he's just in his own la la land. He does this one gin shot with me. He doesn't talk to any other person in that room. And he just like is doing his own thing. Yeah. Everybody else is getting drunk. They're yapping. They're doing their stuff. And me and my situationship, we were just talking or whatever. Then I end up meeting this other girl there who came with the group. And she's also South Indian, and she's from America. She's from Colorado. And she was like, hey girl, like, what uni you go to, what you're studying, and you know, all the basic stuff. And then she was like, oh, are you in my situation at the ship at the time? Are you guys dating? And I was like, no, we're just like talking, we're just friends, whatever. And then she goes, oh, I've been dating this guy for like 3 months or something. It's like we've been dating for a while since uni started, and you know. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then she's like, yeah, like it's going good, but like, you know, the vibes are like a bit iffy because he's giving commitment issues, but like he wants a label but he doesn't want a label. And I was like, okay, why are you telling me this? I barely know you, but okay. And then I was like, this is a good thing to know. Oh, for context, all the guys there were...
Yeah, we forgot, yes.
The main key crucial element. All the guys were Gujarati. Yeah. That's very important to know. Okay? And the thing is, all the guys there that night, when we were talking, they were like, yeah, thing is, I don't really like Gujarati girls. Like, we mostly like South Indian girls. And I was like, this is like the most randomest thing you could ever say out loud.
Exactly.
Like, how could you not like people from your own race? And fine, you can have a preference. Fine, no, you can have a preference. I'm out here like, you know,
but
like
I didn't realize like, oh, you can have a preference in a preference, like a
yeah,
like a subcategory. Like,
oh gosh, they were like, yeah, we really like South Indians that are not from India. Like they gotta be an expat.
oh yeah, there was a criteria to this.
Oh yeah, they
insert
were
checklist.
insert checklist. We're gonna insert it here because yapping about this is hard to explain. But they had like such a weird like pick and choose kind of thing, which I didn't really care about. Everyone was drunk, so I thought they were just saying bullshit.
Yeah.
Fast forward, okay, not even 24 hours later. We got so drunk, we came back home. Her situationship, Josh, I never really talked to him after that. I was like, bye, bro.
No,
like,
I don't even remember. Like,
she didn't even show up. By the way,
I don't even know if I was invited. I don't even remember.
I was like, keep in mind, the only context I know about Josh is from that one night out when you mentioned, do you know Josh? And I was like, no, but I met Josh. Next day, we end up here. You can continue the story from here. I will.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Next day, the same girlies when we all went to Bali Ballerson, and that last time I met her, we were going to like go eat dinner in like an Asian place, and then I haven't talked to you, right? Like since the last time we talked. Like,
I mean, we met in the building a few times,
but not like a one-on-one, like a big conversation. So then I came with the girls, and then you were super hungover. Right?
Oh, so the thing is, the girls always made a new group chat every time we were doing a new hangout. That was like such a problem. I got added to this group chat, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we're already here." I'm like, guys, I just woke up an hour ago. I'm so hungover right now. You don't know what happened last night. It's gonna take me at least another hour to show up. So they were like, "Cool, we'll order food. You just show up." Yeah.
So then like, we all got there, minus Samya. And then, like, obviously we ordered, and I was just waiting, and I didn't really think too much. Like, I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Like, I didn't know how hungover you were. I was like,
I was.
Hopefully you make it.
Yeah. I was gone. Oh, keep in mind, this place, we were sitting in a round table. This is very important. Everyone was sitting in this round table, and all the girls, again, they were all on the other side. Yeah. And Hannah was sitting in the corner. And I was like, okay, so I show up an hour late. The food is still not here. Yeah. Everyone's talking. She's sitting in the corner and she's looking down. She's looking down at the floor. And I'm just like, okay. I come and I sit right beside her. Again, this is a reoccurring theme with Hannah at this time. No hi, hello, how are you? None of that. It's just like, okay. I sat down beside her. No hi, hello, how are you? Nothing. I'm a little bit gone. Like, I'm hungover. I'm just like not having it. I'm just like
You're
out
still
of it.
Drunk from last night.
I'm so out of it. She leans on my shoulder and she's sniffling. She's like,
yeah.
Why does he want to break up with me? Why does he want to break up with her? I'm like, girl, what is going on? Are you okay? All those other girls are completely ignoring her, that she's literally sobbing. And I'm out here like, what the hell happened in the past hour?
Showed up and you're like, what is happening? Like,
I was
did something happen to you in the dinner? Like,
I was like, an hour before I show up, like did something go down? Did you fight with all those girls? That's what I was thinking. Like a cat fight broke out. They're all just, yeah.
Like, well, yeah. Explain.
Yeah. So, anyways, she was like, what I remember from this is like I was sitting there. No, hi, hello, how are you? She leaned on my shoulder. She started sobbing, and I remember this crystal clear. I was like, I know this for a fact. She was like, why does he want to break up with me? Or no, something like, why does he not want to be with me? Sorry. Yeah, why does he not want to? Yeah. Why does he not want to be with me? It's not why he doesn't want to break up with me. Sorry. I messed that up, bro.
You know what? I only remember meeting you, and then basically the next part of the story, I literally don't remember.
She was blacked out. She was like,
I was not happy.
So what I remember from this, she said that, and then she was crying, and I was like, are you okay? What happened? Talk to me. Like, tell me. I'm here for you. You know, girls support girls type shit. And I was like, so who is this? Like, what happened? And she's like, Josh. You know Josh? I think I told you once about him. I'm like, oh my god, Josh. Like, the Josh I was doing a gin shot with last night. Like, the Josh that like you mentioned one time who saw a picture of me in the group
I
chat or
truly
something.
believe London is a small world. The moment this like interaction, I was like, what?
I was like, whatever. But I was like, I wanted to make sure it was the same Josh. She pulls up a picture. I was like, I was literally with this guy less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then she's out here crying. I was like, dude, why didn't you show up last night? And she was like, yeah, he invited me out last night, but I just wasn't feeling it because of all the things he said to me. I'm like, what did he say to you? And she's just listing all the negative things he was saying to her. And I was just like, what the fudge? Like, this is insane to me. This is insane to me. And also, remember how I mentioned he was sitting alone and he was drinking? He was really upset over her.
No
So
idea.
clearly both of them were going through it, and I was in the middle of it. I was with him, then I was with her, but like I love you. Yeah. So that's what happened, and then we started eating the food, obviously, and
A few moments later.
telling her, I'm like, dude, tell me everything about this guy. Like, tell me how you met him. Tell me, like, why you guys got together. Like, what is going on? I need to know everything. And then she gives me the whole backstory, which more on that later. We'll talk about that later. And we end up going to the gym after that because we're like, cool, we need to burn off some steam. You know, we ate a lot of food, we cried a lot, you know, but like we gotta do something.
We should switch shirts.
Yeah. She was the one crying. Yeah. I was the one like, what is going on here? Yeah. And then now this is the real tea. But I think I think Hannah should say this part because Hannah was the one who was a pivotal piece to this story.
Where are we? You mean the treadmill one? Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
So have we mentioned Harsh?
Harsh, yeah, okay. Night out. I went on night out with her. Harsh is my situationship in this story.
Wait. One more doubt. Wait.
Yeah.
Did we miss something? Like, okay, wait, why were we talking about Harsh? Oh, because they're on the same group chat.
Oh, keep in mind, this picture comes back later, and I tell her that Harsh admitted when he was drunk because I confronted him. Like, did you send a picture of me in this group chat on that night out? And he said yes. And he was like, why? You looked good in that picture. That's why I sent it. Sorry.
Yeah. So that was we ended up confirming that these two individuals they have a shared group chat, basically. Yeah. And we were like, I was on the treadmill. You were on the rowing machine.
Yes.
And we were just talking, laughing, whatever. Like, just gossiping, I guess. And then your phone was on my treadmill, like, propped
for
up
context, me and Hannah, we took a set of AirPods. I had one in my ear. She had the other in her ear. We connected to her phone. We were listening to her depression workout playlist or something. And my phone was on her treadmill because the rowing machine doesn't have, like, a stand. Yeah. So that's what was happening. I don't know what happened at this point because I was full into the rowing machine. Like,
and her phone started buzzing. So I just look over to see who's calling. And then I guess it's Harsh, but I'm not putting two and two together. Like, I literally clicked respond, like the green, the accept your call.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know any of this, by the way. I was in my own
listening
zone.
To the playlist, right?
Yeah.
And then from the other ear, I was trying to listen to like the phone call. And then I think I said like hi, whatever, and brother just dismissed any hi. Again, no hi, hello. We got no hi, hello. Just ranting about like the girl that he was seeing.
So for context,
again, more context.
This man literally has the audacity to, like, you know how I mentioned he was my situationship. He has the audacity to hide that he started seeing someone. Like, it wasn't even that long. I think they were seeing each other for like 2 weeks or something. And on the phone call, what I remember she said, he was sobbing and he was like, why oh sorry, she cheated on me. She cheated on me. She cheated on me.
And I was just like, and also I like how he did not know it wasn't you. Like, on that
she was on the phone.
They really selected their demographic to be this.
No, because I was like, what the hell is going on? He was going off for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
She said maybe 4 lines in total.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Or
I think
maybe
I definitely
something
butt
like
in a, are you okay?
yeah,
Yeah.
like about that's it. He was going on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
When she handed the phone over to me, it was about 9 minutes 49 seconds of call duration already, and I was like, "Girl, what is going on? Who is this?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hello." I finally pick up the phone. I'm like, "Hello." It's like, "Yeah. So can I see you tomorrow because she cheated on me?" I'm like, "Hannah, give me context. What is going on? What is going on? I have no idea." Because he was talking to her. I have no idea. And I was like, "Hey, can I call you back in a few minutes? My signal is weak, bro. There was no weak signal. I just needed
brother,
context."
we heard everything you said. There's no weak thing.
And then I got the call, and I'm like, "Hannah, what happened?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think somebody cheated on him." And then he was crying about it for about 10 minutes. I didn't understand really what he was saying, but I think he really needs you or something, because he kept saying, "I really need you. Yeah, I really need you." And I was like, "Okay." So then I call him back, and he's like, "Can I please see you tomorrow? I really need to see you tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay, I'll see you tomorrow." By the way, it's like 1 in the morning, and we're at the gym, and we're like, just, I don't know what the hell was going on. And that's when we sat together at the gym and we started puzzle piecing things together.
Exactly. That's
and
when we're like, okay, this
debriefing.
guy's deeper. Explain the girl you. Oh yeah, we've explained.
Yeah.
What are we missing?
But
So
we
many
will give
things.
more context to this in the second episode, because this is really fundamentally how our friendship started. Through 2 guys who are super dumb, and yeah. Listen, I just think that when you're 18, you're 19, you're really just starting uni, you're really naive. You don't know what to expect, especially from some of these guys, because they're like a year older than us as well.
Yeah, they were a year older than me, and I was just like, oh, it would be nice to meet someone who can take you around London, who has experience.
Exactly.
Then it's like, oh, I'll have a smooth transition to the city. But, no, I did not sign up for a lot of.
And
things happening.
honestly, I really believe the fact that we met, whether or not we hate them, thank you so much for giving me Hannah, because like literally without your stupid problematic drama, like we wouldn't know each other.
100%. If I did not see your picture, we wouldn't even have talked about that. Like,
Yeah,
in a sense,
honestly.
there wouldn't
And
be
if I didn't do
lore
a gin
to
shot
piece
with that
together.
man,
Yeah, there wouldn't be a lore to piece together.
exactly.
It all and actually worked out, which is why I say thank you.
God's plan. But yeah, so that's kind of how we met.
Yeah.
But Hannah, go ahead, tell the viewers what else we're going to talk about on the podcast.
So pretty much, as we've literally just done a rundown of, we'll talk about our story times, the situations that we've been through throughout our uni experience. Just talk about London in general and like how to navigate it as a 18-year-old. And I guess that's pretty much the gist. But definitely keep watching because we will drop more lore, especially current.
Stay tuned for episode 2,
current
where
situation.
this story is the main story, basically.
Yeah.
Because we gave you basically this cookie cutter scraped version of the story. Yeah. Anyways,
so we are batshit crazy.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment.
We are on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So
Stay
definitely check
batshit
those
crazy.
out. We post like behind the scenes, different things in London that we're up to. Like you can like follow us the day in our lives, things like that.
New videos every Monday.
Oh yeah. Hopefully we get to hopefully this is posted on Monday. And stay tuned. We'll see you guys later.
Bye guys.
Bye.